We are continuing our focus on getting ready for retirement with Yvonne Delry on this Wealth Wednesday. She's an investment specialist with First Ontario Credit Union, registered with Credential Asset Management to provide investment advice. So the best advice for starting retirement planning is to start early.
Yes. And that's one of the big things that I wanted to make sure that people understand. We work a long time in our careers. We want retirement to be fulfilling and enjoyable. One of the biggest things is to think about starting early, because if you start early, you actually have to put in less of your own capital than if you start later, because you will be able to participate longer in market growth and even interest growth. So start early with your saving.
Start with your first job.
Start with your first job, or start some type of a savings program with your first job. So when you are looking at retirement, like we talked about last Wealth Wednesday, the same concepts you want to be contemplating. You're just going to do it earlier to make sure that you can build your bucket so that you can actually pay for it. So you want to look at your lifestyle. So what do you want retirement to look like? You want to look at when do you want to retire? Because if you retire earlier, remember that you have less time to be saving, more time in retirement. You want to look at residence. Where do you want to live? Is this going to actually increase or decrease your expenses in retirement? And you want to look at longevity for your life. Do you have some health issues, or do you have good genes and you know that you're going to be living a long time? Because that's going to affect how much you need to save.
The biggest question everybody has is like, how much do I need?
Yes. So once you know kind of what your lifestyle looks like, then put a price tag on what those expenses are going to be. And we have our regular expenses or fixed expenses, but then we also have discretionary expenses. So we want to put a price tag on today's dollar, understanding that some of those expenses can actually change as you go into retirement. Then increase those expenses to retirement date based on the average rate of inflation. So so you can kind of know, okay, how much do I need to be saving based on that?
Right. And think about things like it's kind of simple, like drop a budget for what you have now if you're close to retirement, and then drop a budget of like what's going to happen, what will a day look like?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In retirement.
Yes. You also want to understand what your pensions are going to be when you retire.
If you have, this is apart from government pensions.
Apart from government. So we have our government pensions, which is CPP and old age security. You may have been lucky enough to work for an employer who has provided employment pension. And there's two ways of doing that. Some get a fixed monthly pension. Some kind of get a pooled amount that turns into an income stream.
Right.
The remainder, though, is what we're talking about, is saving of your own assets.
Yeah.
And remember that all of your expenses are paid after tax dollars. So you want to make sure that you take tax consideration when you are also budgeting how much you need to be saving. RRSPs are a great place because that's the program specifically designed for retirement savings. Tax-free savings, non-registered, there's many different ways to be saving for your retirement.
Just do it.
Do it. Okay. Dream, plan, achieve.
Okay, thanks. Always timely advice. Thanks very much, Yvonne. And we'll get Yvonne's links up on our website, chch.com/morninglive.